Robert from Team Elite. Today I got you a Blackwing deck profile and sort of a combo at the end. Alright, so for starters, you got like the basic package, 3 Boar and 3 Chris. In this deck, I'm running like it's like synchro heavy basically, and you want to end up on like a pretty good sized board, but in this deck, you at least want to see your level. You want to see at least one level 4. But like best scenario, you want to have 2 level 4s, just because that's the 2 level 4s are going to lead into you starting a full combo. Then it's like you got your 3 Gales, which I mean are really good. They're both Boar and Gale are not once per turn free special summon. So if like you keep on getting them, you just special summon them from your hand as long as there's a Blackwing on the field, and he helps out a lot, especially with the Zephyros. You can bounce this or this to special summon stuff from Graveyard, and then you can re-special summon them from your hand because they're not once per turns. Then after them, you got these. You got Caligo. He's just really good. Literally a level 2 that says if you control a dark monster, special summon from your hand. I mean, it's basic. It's just like it says, oh, you got 1 Blackwing on field? Alright, special summon him. Then you have 2 Lunas. This card's really good because, I mean, your whole entire deck is dark, and you're going to put your entire board on the field, most likely turn 1. Like, it's your starting hand is most likely going to be your hand on the board. And then as well, so you just got to put things in the graveyard. Then she's just a level 4 extender. So it just helps out a lot as well. You can special summon her and then just go into more plays, either Links or 2 level 4s. I'll show you. You can go into a Evil Storm Nightmare. She can help you do that, and he's really good. I'll show you later on when he gets the extra deck. Then after that, we have 2 of I forget her name.
South?
Nah, Oster. Oster. No, she's Oster. She's really good because she combos really good off of Allure of Darkness. So Allure, you draw 2, banish 1, and she can when on her normal summon, she can special any level 4 lower banish Blackwing monster. And she's a tuner, level 4 tuner, so it helps out a lot. So it allows you to so you're basically, when you're doing a Allure, you're not really paying a cost because you're just going to get that card back on the field. Then you have 2 of Gusts of the Black Blast, the Black Blast, because he's just really good. It's just in your starting hand. When you when you see him in the starting hand, it's just special summon as long as you have no cards on your field. So it just really helps you facilitate some plays. So basically, you just go, oh, I got him in hand. All right, special summon, then continue all your plays. It's just another free special summon where you don't have to do your normal summon. Then we got your, of course, your Zephyros. Your Zephyros.
This man got women blowing them up.
Your Avion. And your Bisvalley Thunderbird. Like, these 2 are your infinite negate. That's just that. I mean, this is self-explanatory. This is the infinite negate, which I can show you later on. And you got, this card is amazing. Zephyros is always really good, and thank God he got a really good high rarity reprint that's easily accessible.
Yeah.
He's just so good because, as I said, like earlier on, you get this on the board, you bounce it back with him, and then you special, like he's your special summon, and you get him in the graveyard. You bounce him back, and then special summon Zephyros, and then special summon the board back to the field. So it's just like you got a free summon for literally nothing. Then we got this, the Dragon Buster, 1 Harmanitan, and 1 Breeze. I started playing Breeze. I just like, it's just, Breeze is a level 3 tuner. It's like this deck either, but when I was playing it before, when you go into if you go into the Needle Fiber side of the combo, you only have the option of bringing out either the level 1 tuner or the level 2 or 3 tuner. And she just gives you another option to do it. If you're not searching her, she's just another option to go into with the Needle Fiber, because Oster, she can't be special summoned off of card effects, so you can't bring her off of the Needle Fiber. And then we have the level 1 tuner, our 1 normal summon, that's really good. And then the Gladius. Gladius is good for if you see her starting hand, you special summon the level 2 dude, Gust, and then you special summon her from your hand, you special summon Gladius from your hand, so she's just a summon when you have only 1 Blackwing on the field. Black Blizzard is really good because he's a normal summon reborn. He targets a level 4 lower Blackwing in your graveyard and special summons it, which is really good for either later on plays if you somehow didn't. If you stop your opponent completely that turn, if you went first and you go second, and you just see this and you just do more for no reason. And then you have Orochi, which is really good because you can go into level 7 synchro plays or go into something else. And then you can special summon him and go into a level 8 synchro play using a synchro and him to make either a Crystal Wing or an Abyss. So he just helps out facilitating to your level 8 synchros. Then for your spells, of course, 3 Black Whirlwind. Best card in the deck. This card's way busted. It's always been busted. Normal summoning, you draw multiples. That's 3 searches for literally normal summoning. A basic component in the game, and you get 3 searches off of it. 3 Allure, because, I mean, just draw power. It helps out facilitating through the deck. Like, you get to the cards you want to see. Either seeing your level 4s or your tuners that you didn't have. Then if you see Alter to combine with it, as I said, you special summon the card you banished, so you're really not losing anything. Then I play 2 Successions, because, I mean, this deck makes the Link, it makes Y-Strix, and then it makes the other Link, the Link 3 that I'll show you later on. So this card's always pretty live if you draw it, because you'll always have zones to point to unless you took them all up. A Monster Reborn, I mean, it's Monster Reborn, of course. Then you have your the Rank Up Magic Soul Shade Force. This is almost in every other Dark deck, because, I mean, you make Y-Strix, put it in a graveyard, infinity. It's just like, it's affinity, but half your life points, but, I mean, it's infinity. Then 3 Call by the Graves, pretty generic. You don't want your opponent hitting you with the hand traps. And I should try to make at least 1 monster negate very early on to stop the Nibiru.
Yep.
Then for our extra deck, we have Full Armor Master. Not Full Armor Master. Oh yeah, it is Full Master. Full Armor Master. He's really good, unaffected by all card effects. I mean, there's nothing to say past that. He's just literally, your opponent can't touch him unless they have something like a Super Palmy or something to get rid of him. It's kind of hard to get over him. Other than, I mean, if you have Oster in your grave, you banish Oster, you place Blackwing counters on all of your opponent's monsters, and you can take anything. You just say, basically, you take their board and say it's yours. Or you can blow it all up. Obsidian Hog Joe, he's really good. Reborn for level 6 or higher, Blackwing monster in your graveyard. You only usually typically use him if you use Nathung, because you go into Nathung, you get your double normal. Then you use Orochi and Nathung to make a level 7, which makes Joe. And then Joe brings him back from the graveyard to extend plays to either go into the Y-Strix after that or do even more. So it's just like you weren't losing anything and you're getting additional normal summon, plus you're getting a reborn after that. Then we got, I forget his name too, Rakiri. Rakiri's good because basically, if you go into your sideboard, like if you're usually doing a sideboard, I don't have a sideboard for this deck right now, but when you do, and if you have some type of money, you usually have Lightning Storms, or if you basically have Dark Ruler No Mores, you put those in this deck, and then, so you either Dark Ruler No More your opponent, and then you'll make Rakiri. Rakiri says, if you have if you have any number of other Light Storms, so if I have 3 of the Light Storms on the board other than him, you can pop up to 3 cards in your opponent's board. So basically, you roller them, say cut off all their effects, and then you just pop their entire board like it was nothing. Then we have, of course, the Needle Fighter, basic combo extender. F.A. Dawn Dragster, really good for spell and trap negations. I usually make him because he's really good for like negating either the evenly or negating something else that's pretty important to them. We have their Needle Fiber target, TG. It's either this dude, or you can run another level 6 one that's really good too, or you can run the Desert Lotus, which is the one most people run. I just like her because he's a level 5, and most of the time I end up being able to end with level 3, then make the level 8. But either way, it's just depending on your preferences on which one you want to do in your deck. Boral Sword, because Boral Sword, OTK. Force Strix. Force Strix is really good. You make this card to make your infinity, but other than that, it's a detach. You get to search a level 4 lower Blackwing monster, basically. It didn't say Blackwing, but it's a Blackwing monster you're searching. And it helps out because it chains off to the Y-Strix, this allows you to set your save force from the deck, which allows you to make the Xfinity. Then you have, this is Nightmare. Nightmare is really good because basically he just says, is not a once per turn. When your opponent special summons, he book-a-moons them. If your opponent goes special summon, you detach one, book-a-moon it. Your opponent does another special summon, detach one, book-a-moon it. So he's just like, it helps stop your opponent from doing the plays that they want to do. Then you got, of course, the Union Carrier for doing the Infinite Negate combo, an Xfinity, Crystal Wing, an Abyss, and you have the Samorg Link, this is what facilitates the Infinite Negate or your opponent from being able to special summon. And now, as the combo, I'll just show you like a starting hand. So we'll just do top 5 cards of the deck, and we'll show you what you could do with top 5 cards. So let's see. We got a Boar, a Succession, a Gale, a Chris, and a Call by the Grave. So this hand's pretty disgusting, to be honest. So I mean, first you can normal either one. I'd probably do Chris, just because it's the one card in this hand that has the stipulation where you can only special summon it once. So you can normal summon that, then special summon Boar and and Gale, and you can link off Chris and Gale. Making Wise Tricks. Wise Tricks effect will special summon Zephyros the Elite from the deck. Then you'll use these two to make your Force Tricks. And again, link zones don't matter, so it could be anywhere. You detach. You can search your Chris. Or you search your Boar. We'll just do Boar for this since it's search your Boar. And then basically you can activate Succession to bring back your Gale. And then special summon the Boar back to the fields. Then you use Zephyros effects to bounce the Boar back to special summon from graveyard, take 400 life points, and special summon the Boar back to the field. And if in all this time they've activated a hand trap, let's say they activated an Ash on the Force Tricks, you call by the grave the Ash, of course.
Set the shade.
Oh, and you set the shade from your deck after searching. So that will get set from the deck. And you could link off the Force Tricks and the Raid Raptor link to make your Samorg. Or you can, another way, I mean, you could go either way of either making the Samorg link already, or you can go into the, we'll do the Needle Fiber play instead. So instead of that, you can go into linking off the Gale and this to go into a Needle Fiber. And use Needle Fiber effect to special summon. It doesn't really matter if it's another Gale or anything else, because I mean you could do it you could do this one or you could do the Gale, depending on what you're running. It just depends on you at that point. And then you could go these two to make FA Dawn Dragster. And we can use these two to make this Samorg link. Samorg link. And then activate Shade Force to bring this back. To go into Xfinity. Then we could special summon this from our hand. Link that off for a Union carrier. And we can use Union carrier's effect to attach to the Simorg, the basically infinite negate. And then at the end phase effect of your Simorg to special summon this. So you basically, your end board is a spell and trap negation, a infinity, so negate anything, and then you have your infinite negate right here. As well as, depending on what your opponent extra deck looks like, it's kind of hard for them to super poly right away, unless they run like the light machines to hit these. But most people, like I've played most people, and they usually run like a mud dragon or something, and you can't mud dragon this away unless you bait out unless the first thing I do is Miss Valley with the bounce back, and then after that. So this is basically Omni Negate, because it's just you bounce this back to special summon, the effect of this special summons itself, and then every time this card gets bounced back to the hand, it special summons itself, and then this card is a not once per turn negate, it's just once per chain. And that would be like the combo delete. This is the main board you're always going to end on. Or, I mean, if you have Black Whirlwinds, you usually could end on a Abyss or a Crystal Wing combined on top of this. So this will be an either Abyss, the FA will either be an Abyss or a Crystal Wing, depending on your preference. Yeah, guys, that's my Blackwing deck profile. Thank you, and have a nice day.